Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, beautiful viewers. If you're new to this channel, welcome to my channel. And if you are returning, I'm so grateful and so blessed. You guys are all very safe and welcome here in this space with me today. All my readings are timeless, okay? Meaning whenever you click on the video, the message was meant to find you. That is the intention. Although this reading will be taking a look at the full moon in Cancer. So it is called the Wolf Moon, and it is the first full moon here for 2024 today. Although if you do click outside of that, just take note, the next full moon, and this is the energy coming in with that full moon, and we're asking Spirit for an immediate message coming through from Spirit, what it is that you're needing to know with this energy. So this is a pick a card. We have our three options that I've just chose. Card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. At any point, use your intuition here to draw you into whichever card you're pulled into, although I will reveal these. We will be pulling some charms as well for those of you guys needing a little bit more guidance into your pile. The options will be in the timestamp in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It'll take you directly to your pick. So for option 1, let's take a look at your card, shall we? So you guys have Safe to Fall, card number 10. And we will pull your charms as well. Sorry, the lighting in here is not the greatest today. For some reason, it's very dark outside. Okay, Safe to Fall. Beautiful. Option number 2, we have Fearless with number 14 or the number 5. Beautiful. I love these cards. And option number 3, we have number 7, Let Your World Spin on Its Axis. Wow. Let your world spin on its axis. Okay, I just heard somebody say something for pile 3. I will reveal that in the reading. All right, let's pull some charms for option 1. We have this swan, beautiful swan. All right. I think I'm going to sneeze. Give me a second. Woo. All right. Option number 2. Your charm is this beautiful tree. It's beautiful. Bunch of leaves. And then for option number 3, oh my goodness, we also have a tree. This is the tree of life. Could very well be that 2 and 3 are connected in some way, although not necessarily. I mean, lots of blues coming through for both of these. If you are drawn to multiple cards, just means there could be multiple messages, aspects in regards to what you're needing to hear, and that's absolutely fine. So I do ask you use your intuition in the reading, what you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the message is meant for you, as well as your intuition to pull you into whichever pile you feel called towards. I do feel this is backwards or flipped around. Okay, so I'll leave the video running. That way you guys can meditate on whichever one you're feeling called to, and I will see you guys at your pick. Hello, my beautiful pile 1. You guys picked the Safe to Fall card, number 10, and the Swan. So what we're looking at is with this full moon energy coming in today, we are looking at an immediate message from Spirit in the energy of the full moon. It is called the Wolf Moon for the very first full moon here in 2024 for January. Now, these are timeless readings, so if you click on this outside of that full moon, just know this energy is coming in with the next full moon. Whenever you click on this, could be 6 months from now, or a year from now, or months from now, it doesn't really matter. This message was meant to find you. All right, so for pile 1, this Safe to Fall card talks a lot about where we need to trust the universe. And sometimes we might be really hanging on to a comfort or a need for control. And we could be very dissatisfied in our everyday sort of in and out, because there might be a part of you that is desiring or understanding there to be something that you could risk having expansion on, or you could explore here, but it would require you to trust in the universe, trust in the divine, trust that things will work out even though they might not logically make any sense. All right, so this is trusting the universe to allow yourself to let go. And 10 is all about things that should come to an end in order for us to have a new beginning. New beginnings obviously come with expansion and growth. So it could be that you're in a period of stagnancy or feeling like you're wanting some growth. And maybe you're not quite sure how to get there, but there is a lot of energy coming through and having to trust the universe and where it's guiding you. And then the swan. I mean, swans are all about grace and love. I'm not quite sure how this swan plays into this, other than maybe allowing yourself to feel rather than to logically think your way through something. We'll take a look and see what comes out for you guys, because I did pre-shuffle the oracle cards. I've not looked at them. These are your cards here. I'll just move this aside. And we have some tarot as well to clarify. And we have an immediate message coming through from Spirit for this full moon today. So let's take a look and see. I do ask that you use your own intuition, what you will see, feel, and hear throughout this reading, to confirm that this message is meant for you. All right. We have approval. 16 or the number 7. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. Okay. We have nourishment. 17. Interesting. 16, 17. Or the number 8. You are being asked to take time out for self-care. We have sun splendor with 53. Or the number 8 coming through again. We have calcification, and this is 64, or the number 10 coming out again. Very much in line with this safe to fall with calcification, where things get very stuck. Things start to get stagnant, things that might need to shift or change here for the better with the sun splendor. This is like a 10 of cups. Okay, this is absolute happiness, joy, bliss. All right, let's keep going. We have the flame, 51, or the number 6. Okay, we have backstory, and it looks like she's typing on a typewriter, old-fashioned typewriter. Backstory. We have what am I integrating with the beaver and build. Earth energy coming through. That's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have impasse. All right. We have this intuition oracle card, and we're supposed to look and intuit anything that kind of comes out to you. Looks like Saturn here and 2 people. It says the reputable, number 34. Or the number 7, affirmation. I live my life as if my guardian angels are watching over me. Trusting in the universe, trusting in the divine. Okay. We have the spy master. This is knowledge and distrust. A crow, a key, and then a hand that's open. Okay. The spy master. And we have solar flares. Activate, card 17. 17 coming out again. Interesting. Solar flares. And now these are my own oracle cards that I have created. So they're very abstract, okay? So we have this. And we have this. And we have this. All right. Planets, we have Mercury. Mercury is the ruling planet for Gemini and Virgo. It says communicate, analyze, let your mind tell you how to. Okay, and then the final card here, 28, or the number 10 coming out again. So we have 3 10s, broken, open, and it looks like her third eye is highlighted here with this star. That's all about intuition. And stars give me Aquarius energy, which is coming through. I'm also getting Leo energy coming through. Yeah, quite strong Leo energy. Okay, so give me a little bit just to tap into this energy here before I get into channeling. And then, like I said, we will pull some tarot as well for any clarifications that we might need for this immediate message from Spirit. Okay, pile 1. So I think you'll know what this is about, but I feel there is a strong pull that's been happening for quite some time for you to go towards something here. And for all of you guys, it could be, I don't know, like your dream job, your dream move, your dream person, an ideal thing here, okay? Ideal thing that is something that you couldn't have ever possibly imagined coming true in your life. So, you know, maybe it's a career you've always thought that you could never have or be, or some sort of business project or the ideal relationship. And I feel like there is an opportunity here for you in regards to whatever this is. And I feel like you would imagine that you would jump at the opportunity to take whatever this chance is here, but I feel as though you are not. And I feel like you have not, because there is another part of your life here that might be needing to be dealt with or resolved in some way. So I feel like what this message is showing here is that there is a part of your life that might be slowly, what's the right word? I feel like the fire is going out in this part of your life, okay? And I feel like maybe you don't want to, I don't know, admit or believe or take action away from something that might have provided you a lot of passion or just made a whole lot of logical sense. So I feel like there is, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 2 of Swords coming up in your reading, because, or just the 2s in general, because I feel there is a choice for you to make here. And it's to follow some burning passion that you have that's been lighting you up. It's been trying to ignite you. It's been wanting you to work with it, to integrate it into your life, okay, into your existing life. But I feel as though rather than maybe trusting that you could integrate this or transition or shift into this, there might have been either a refusal, a denial, or a full-on hard stop towards entertaining whatever this thing is here. So there is a message here coming through from Spirit for you to acknowledge some greater truth here of a passion that's really intense, okay? And if you're not feeling what this is, then this might not necessarily be your pile, okay? Because I feel like this is something that you already feel a great pull to, and it's kind of flushing over you, like an overwhelming feeling of what this thing is. But I feel like there's an equally sort of energy that you're kind of hanging on to there that isn't allowing yourself to jump in 2 feet, explore, and go through whatever this requires you to go through. So in the meantime, I feel like what you are engaged with and attached to or pouring your energy into is something that is fizzling out, getting stuck, stagnant. And I don't feel it's going to be good, okay? It's not going to be good because it isn't going to be aligned with your authentic truth, what it is that you're being called to do, what you're being called to do, to expand, to build, to create, to explore. And I do feel like it is something that is going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness here. So the universe wants you to trust that if something doesn't make any logical sense and you're not quite sure how to make it happen, to trust, to let go of what is not allowing you to move forward first, and trust in the universe to guide you, okay? I feel like you're going to be literally guided towards this this dream, this ideal, whatever it is, okay? Business, partner, creation, whatever the thing is. But I feel as though there is a need for you to tell the universe that this is something that you want, that you deserve, and that you're willing to show the universe that you can trust it by letting go of what's not serving you or what's stuck in your life, okay? That I feel you've outgrown. So we have here communicate, and then we have someone here typing. So I don't know if there's some form of verbal communication you're having to deliver, okay? And this could just be acknowledging this to yourself or to the universe, but I feel like it might be a little bit more than that for some of you guys. I feel like if it is that job, then I think there is a need for you to respond to someone's request, or for you to reach out to whoever that person is that you know the opportunity falls with, or if it's that person that you know that you could see yourself having a connection with long term, or whatever it is that you're wanting to create. I feel it's going to require you initiating interest, you speaking some sort of truth here, okay, in order to lay the foundation for something to be integrated here. So you might have been just dismissing this part of yourself here, partly because maybe distrust in yourself, in how you could make something happen, but you're not alone. And maybe for some of you guys, you might have attempted in the past or come across an obstacle or a block and surrendered to that block or that obstacle. It doesn't have to be in that specific situation, but maybe a similar situation. But I feel like whatever this is, I'm getting a very strong energy of it needs to be set off. Meaning you need to agree, you need to send that email, make that phone call, send that communication, communicate your desire, or admit something here in order to activate this to move forward, okay? Because I feel like it's not moving forward right now. And the longer we sit here, I feel like the longer we're putting out and smothering the potential here of something, okay? So I feel you do have the key, and I feel like you just need to be open to receive here, okay? And crows are also, and birds in general, about communication, messages between worlds. I feel like there is some communication here that's needing to be addressed, and you being open to what this is. More birds here as well. And look, there's a flame here as well. Okay, and the birds are here. I think, yeah, something needs to be ignited in order for it to activate. Okay, so it might be very stagnant, or just you know that you have the key, you know that you can respond, or you can take action here via communication, however that may pan out in your situation in order for there to be a blaze here, okay? Because I feel like something here is waiting for you to take action. But I feel like at the same time, part of what you are engaged with here is being put out, okay? Whatever thing that I feel like might logically make more sense to you at this point in time is no longer going to be able to satisfy you, ignite you, bring you passion, bring you excitement, keep you fulfilled, nourish your soul. Okay, so there's a strong message here of integrating this into your life. Like maybe there's a fear here that, I don't know, like that you'd have to, like a switch, and maybe there is a way that you can integrate this in some way that isn't like a switch. So maybe there's some fear in that, although there is a message here of jumping into feet and maybe trusting that the universe knows how to integrate this without, you know, your world completely turning upside down if this is something that is keeping you stagnant or stuck. Okay, let's see. This is a different message here. So I want to see what Spirit wants to communicate for pile 1 in regards to this immediate message from Spirit for the full moon here in Cancer. What is the message here for pile 1? Immediate message. Can we get some more clarity? Clear and concise message for pile 1. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. All right, we'll just put them on top. I will read them. House spirits. I'm going to read them all in the upright. I will take the one that's revealed itself, which was the Ace of Swords. And I do feel one more spirits. Okay, so the only one that's showed itself here is the Ace of Swords. And this is all about authenticity, truth, communication, walking, talking our truth, seeing our truth, being clear about our truth and our intentions, and walking and talking in that authentic truth. So I feel as though there is a greater truth here that, like I said, that you know what it is. But I feel like you haven't been seeing or wanting to see it, maybe, clearly, or take action with it. Because I feel there would be some adversity in your now life, whatever it may be. And maybe you're confused about what sort of action you're supposed to take. And so maybe you feel frozen, or maybe you're not taking action. Maybe you're turning a blind eye to something here rather than embracing the key or embracing this truth and taking action. Okay, so let's take a look at what this is all about. We have the World, and I'm not going to read any of them in the reverse. So the World, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Coins, and then we have the Ace of Cups. Okie dokie. So a couple of things coming through. Ace of Cups is all about love, okay? This is an emotional new beginning. This is also taking the first step here in creating that project, engaging in that relationship, pursuing whatever sort of creation here that maybe you have not been able to do, which would require you to open up. 2 aces, new beginnings, okay? So I do feel like there is something here that's requiring you to open your heart space with this swan and this cup. And I feel like in order to open your heart space up, it would require you to conclude something here, okay? And when we conclude a part of our life, it is sometimes very difficult for us to let go and move forward. But I feel like what Spirit is saying is that this phase in your life has come to a natural conclusion in a very successful way here, and that the universe has been preparing you for the next phase in your life, that you are more than ready for the next phase in your life here. And by remaining where you are, okay, maybe not wanting to see or accept an ending, or having to come to terms with wrapping a part of your life up here in a way that needs to be acknowledged and appreciated in order for you to expand. I feel like it's keeping you tied in knots here, okay? Like it's holding you back. So you might not see that you're being held back here, because every day there's maybe a little bit of your, I don't know, like your passion, your desire, and your creativity being kind of killed off in some way. And I don't think you realize this, okay? So maybe it wasn't such a big deal at first, but I feel like what's happening is eventually it's just, there will be nothing here left to work with, okay? Because it's going to come to its natural conclusion. So there's a need for you to work with the conclusion, for you to come to terms with wrapping up what you need to wrap up, not stay bound to or tied to it, in order for there to be a new beginning in truth, okay? And to welcome this truth, because I feel like this opening of the heart space here is going to lead you to emotional ultimate fulfillment here, beyond your wildest dreams. That's what this card is here, okay? Beyond your wildest dreams, so you can not even possibly imagine. So, Four of Wands, this is a rite of passage. This is a celebration, okay? This is a union coming together. Marriage, stability. I feel like there is something here to be embraced, okay? When we talk about a marriage, it is the beginning of unity with another part of a phase in our life, okay? It would require us to start new, and it would require us to start new, not to be tied to any sort of things from the past here, in order for us to enjoy ourselves, okay? In order to create the foundation and the stability here with the beaver, to build the stability for the future. We have the Queen of Wands and we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So I was feeling a lot of Leo. And like I said, I was feeling earth energy when I was putting the oracle cards here. So you could be resonating with that, or just the energy around you. Both these queens are queens of manifestation. Okay? They both know how to manifest here. And I feel like in order to manifest, they have to trust in the universe. They can't chase or hang on to something, because it shows a lack mindset, and thinking that we can control something by hanging on to something, or that we will be at a loss of something if we let go and allow the universe to manifest. So I feel like you're capable of manifesting something, but there is a need for you to trust in the process here of the universe. Okay, and this queen has her eyes closed. This queen has her eyes open. Like I said, closed eyes. Now we have open eyes. New beginning, new beginning. Closed eyes, open eyes. Manifesting, manifesting. So there is a message here for some of you guys. I think some of you guys might have been really thinking maybe that you are manifesting in truth, or that you're laying the foundation in some way, or making something happen here, okay? But I think for some of you guys, you might not be seeing the full picture here, and you might be ignoring or avoiding or just not understanding that there's a need for you to be more with your eyes open and embracing some sort of truth here. And I really feel it involves the past. It involves a natural conclusion to something going on in your life here that's keeping you held back, keeping you stuck. that is no longer going to serve you. In fact, it's going to drag you down, and it's going to cause a lot of smoke. And what smoke does is it doesn't allow you to see clearly. So I think the smoke has started, and potentially this is why your eyes are closed. And so Spirit's encouraging you to open your eyes and to let go of whatever you're hanging on to here in order for there to be flow of energy so that you can manifest greatness here, okay? So for, like I said, a lot of you guys, this is love. This is ultimate love here, okay, with the swan and the sun splendor and the 4 wands and this ace of cups. Like, this is the happily ever after. Okay, but there's a need to trust in the journey, and there's a need for you to understand that you have to welcome this with open arms. Lots of flame here, so I feel there's a lot of passion, a lot of desire for this, and maybe there's only been passion and desire, but there hasn't been, like I said, a manifestation of this, because we're not sure how to manifest it and we're stuck. So we might have hit an impasse. We're not quite sure how to get there. So Spirit is saying there's a need for you to acknowledge that you can manifest this, but not in the same way that you have been engaged with. Because if we're wrapped up and tied with the past energies, we can't be open to receiving a new beginning. So we have to embrace the truth with eyes open in order for there to be a manifesting here. Not just a desire and a wish, okay? And then we have to open ourselves up to the universe to receive so that things can come together. Okay, so I'm going to pull some more here and see if Spirit can give us a little bit more in regards to what can pile 1 then do here. Like, what is the advice in regards to letting go, or what can pile 1 do in this situation? Clear and concise message, Spirits. A little bit more information for beautiful pile 1. Thank you so much. Like I said, the Ace of Swords is all about communication, and we're seeing that coming through. So there's a need for you to come forward with communication. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. I don't know, maybe there's fear in what others might think. Reputable, maybe there's an image here to maintain in some way that's connected to your past that we might be attached to, that you might be identifying with as part of yourself, that might no longer be burning for you. Okay, this is communication. 8 of Wands. A breakthrough, communication, forward movement, the Tower, and Ace of Swords coming out yet again. This is, like I said, the epitome of this reading, which is the one that revealed itself in your last spread here, is talking a truth and seeing a truth, getting very clear and being authentic about what that is. So, Tower. When we don't allow things that no longer serve us to fall, we're holding up towers, okay? And when we hold up towers, it's very exhausting because we want to believe that a piece of whatever it is that we've been invested in is going to work, or that we could build upon it. But the tower is never built on solid ground. And the more we engage with it and build on it, the harder the fall here. So I feel like there's a need to allow the tower to fall. The things that no longer serve to dissipate. And yes, it could be shocking here when we deal with Tower, but the end result is always one of clarity and certainty and authenticity. No longer built on falsity, illusory beliefs or understandings. So this is how we're going to have a breakthrough, okay? So this is the advice. There's a need to communicate. There's a need to move forward, a need to allow energy to flow, because there is stagnancy. This would require you to put an end to something, okay? That might be a big part of your life with the world. That's huge. That's your whole life, okay? So you might identify with this being your whole life, your whole identity. I don't know, like what it is, right? Maybe you're I don't know, let's say you're a doctor. Like that's how you identify. That's your whole life. And maybe you want it to be a swimmer, okay? So That's just an analogy here, but maybe it's something, again, your whole life, how you've lived your whole life or what you've dedicated your whole life to. And I feel like it's difficult to accept sometimes when parts of our life phase is no longer serving us, in order for us to explore a new journey, especially if we don't know if that new journey is going to be successful. Okay, but there is a strong, strong message here from Spirit saying, trust that you will be successful, that you will be guided. All you have to do is let go and allow whatever is not supposed to be standing fall away, because it's already served its purpose. And trust that what you're passionate about, that fire, that desire, it's coming from within you for a reason. It is leading you to emotional bliss, happiness, full joy and contentment. Okay, Four of Wands. It's a rite of passage and a huge milestone here in your life. Okay, so I feel there is a need for you to take action, and the action would require you to communicate something here. So I do want to pull a card here just for the impasse, because this card talks about when we're trying to go create something or go down a certain path, and the universe puts obstacles in front of us. And the obstacle is for our own protection, and it kind of gives us a detour to where we're supposed to go, and we might not fully understand it. And so at first we might be frustrated and not understand why we can't keep going in that direction, and the universe just keeps putting block after block after block because it's protecting us from something here. So I will pull a card, although it is coming through now very strong. I feel like what is being blocked here is you existing in the same circumstance. What is being blocked here is you not allowing yourself to have a new beginning, to expand. The longer you stay in a situation that is like this calcification shows, the more stuck you're going to feel and blocked by the universe. Because to face a fear here would require you to go explore an unknown. And that could be very scary, okay? But there's a need for you to enjoy the journey, despite maybe seeing, because I feel like you might see all the obstacles. Okay, that's the fear talking. We're seeing the obstacles, but we're not seeing that the benefits here and the long-term gain outweigh any of the obstacles that you might come across throughout this transition or this journey. Okay, because I feel like it would require you to dive in deep, and allow yourself to feel what you're feeling here. So Spirit, what is with this impasse card? Can we just get a clarifier for this impasse? Yeah, I feel like this is an ultimate wish come true, okay? With all these stars, it's like a dream come true. Something that speaks to your heart, your soul. It's your authentic self calling out to you. It's absolute joy and bliss here, okay? It's something I feel like you've seen the light, or you know what this is, and maybe you haven't been able to take action. So in order for you to receive this with this broken open, there has to be an acknowledgement of allowing yourself to receive what this is, okay? So taking action, not sitting idle here in passing energies. So we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. This is the knight in shining armor, expressing love, giving love, creativity. This is how we show up, okay? This is being able to express oneself, one's emotions. I feel like there's a fear here in communicating a truth of how you feel towards something or about something, okay? So we might be denying that we want to be a swimmer because we've been a doctor, or we might not be pursuing it because it would require us to put our emotions, traverse our emotions towards this, and it's easier to stay put, right? Because logically, maybe it makes more sense. And so horses talk about freedom, and horses talk about power, getting empowered, because horses are all how we measure engines with horsepower. Okay. I feel like with the armor here, I feel like we've been, what's the word when you smother the fire or put out the fire or tame the fire or try to control the fire? I feel like you're trying to control and tame something within yourself here that wants to run wild. That's going to set you free. That doesn't need to be armored. And by doing this, it's expressing oneself, how one feels, how one loves, how one is open, in order for things to flow, for you to have a breakthrough, for energy not to be stagnant. Okay, so this is your message. Pile 1, I hope this helped you. If you were drawn to any other pile, I will see you there. If not, then have a beautiful full moon. I love you so, so much, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile 2. Oh, wow. Okay, you guys picked the Fearless, card 14, and the Tree. So we're looking at the energy with this full moon today. It is the Wolf full moon, the very first full moon here in 2024 in January. And this reading is timeless, so if you are clicking outside of that timeline, it's absolutely fine. It's just the energy with the next full moon, whenever that happens to be. All right, and this is an immediate message from Spirit, what is coming through with that energy. So your card is all about leaping, taking action, okay, not letting anything hold you back. Nothing from the past, no fears, not even uncertainty hold you back. But it's not with tiny steps. This is jumping in full force, okay? Not being held back, because now is the time. Now's the right time to take action. So I don't know if you've been contemplating taking action, or if there has been anything holding you back. And maybe were uncertain about when the timing would be right. And this is all about now is the time. So interesting, because the card for pile 1 was kind of similar as well. It's like allowing yourselves to trust the universe to take action, although sometimes we might not know what the outcome is, okay? And then with the tree, this tree, trees are all about health, the family tree, so it could be family, stability, security, okay, abundance. Let's see what this is all about, okay? Let's see what this is all about. I'm getting heavy freedom, I'm getting family from this, and I'm also getting an energy here of maybe you thought you see something as a red flag, or something here you're questioning, maybe. Okay, and you're not quite sure if it means it's that you shouldn't, or how much weight you should put into something here, that I feel like maybe you're thinking, I don't know, like you're second guessing is what I feel. So let's take a look at these oracle cards. I've not looked at them. I just shuffled them, and Spirit has this immediate message. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, I do ask you use your intuition, okay? In order to confirm this is your message, something you'll see, feel, and hear to identify whether this is indeed your message, because there's no way for me to tell if this is for you, okay? So we have speaking up. Number 1, your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. Wow. Okay. Fearless in speaking up. We have spiritual gifts. Number 8, you are in the process of developing and fine-tuning your spiritual gifts. Beautiful. So we have 5 and 8. 5 is all about change. Okay, 8 is all about being fearless. It's standing in our courage. We have home. Yes, I was definitely feeling that from the tree family, home. And she's sitting on a chair, and the chair right now is giving me stability. It's actually giving me 4 of Wands energy, okay, which is all about home and roots and stability, foundations. Where do we put this? Let's put it like that. Okay, we have change. Yes, we just said 5 is all about change. Okay. And we have climb, bobcat. How can I go higher? All right. We have, I was going to say reflection, rejection. Maybe that's that red flag I was feeling, or something that's happened here that you are seeing as maybe a rejection of sorts. Let's see. Rejection and expansion. Yes, expansion. Expansion. So this is the intuition oracle. So you take a look at that and see if anything jumps out at you an angel, and it looks like she has a bouquet of roses and she's throwing a rose here. So it says 12, angel, or card 3, affirmation. I have faith in my ability to help myself and others. Spiritual gifts. Wow. Okay. And we have trust and forgiveness, card 10. It is time for you to learn, it is time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. Okay, we have winter, 16, or the number 7. We have Saturn with the number 7 coming out. Again, Saturn is the ruling planet for Capricorn and Aquarius. We have the gem, and this is 56. Card 11. Okay. And we have the Pilgrim, opportunities, growth. With the Hermit's lantern here, I'm seeing roses as well. The same roses I was seeing, where was it? Here. Very similar pink roses. Okay. The Pilgrim, opportunities and growth. I don't know how we're going to fit all these. We will have to find a way. All right. We have dignified with strength. Interesting. When I shuffled the cards, this one had fallen on the floor and I put them all back in. So this message is coming through quite strong. 13 is all about transformation. That is change. Okay, because that's the death card in the tarot. And strength is number 8, which is all about having the courage to face something here. And we're seeing spirally stairs, which is giving me ascension, climbing. Okay. And now I have my own oracle cards that I created. These are fairly abstract, so I'm just picking up energy from these more than anything. All right, we have this card right here. All right, we have this card right here. Wow, I'm getting Aquarius energy from this, and also a lot of air energy I'm getting in general. So yeah, if you're a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I am picking that up. And then we have this here, which is giving me heavy Gemini energy. So more air energy. Okay, where do we put this? I'm gonna put that right here. And for planets, we have Sun. Okay, this is Leo energy. The creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, and things brought to life or light. Sun energy, source energy, divine masculine energy. And then we have a burst of magic, 48, or the number 12. Okay. With the lotus flower. And then we have this lady rising from the lotus flower, giving me ascension energy again. Okay, so give me a little bit here to tap into this energy, and then if we need to pull some tarot, we will do that as well. Okay. This energy is a very calm type energy that I'm picking up here. It's not a very strong message coming through, but it's almost like a consistent energy here of someone who I feel has been at something for some time here, okay? I feel like you've been maybe dedicated to something, but it's been a big challenge. It's been a struggle because I don't think it's quite worked. And it could be that it's taking so long, or just it takes a lot of your time and you're just not seeing the results. And so everything around it just doesn't feel like it's supporting it, or you're not quite sure if there's anything that's going to come of this, no matter how much you invest. And so you're feeling a little bit like, should you give up or just accept the fact that it's not going to happen? And you don't quite feel like it's where it needs to be, whatever the it is here, because for all of you guys it's different, but I do feel it is something you've been investing your time and your energy into. And it could be your passion, your creation. Okay. I don't know, whatever it is, that website, that business, that book, that blog, that thing that you've been toying with or wanting to do. I do feel like this is something creative, I feel, okay? Something you're kind of wanting to give birth to, and I feel like it's just been a strain here to know either what you're supposed to do next or where it's going, or whether what you're doing is even in line with what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so now what Spirit's coming through with is that you're supposed to remain here invested in whatever this is. That whatever you're about to give birth to here is something that is absolutely beautiful. Okay, that whatever you have experienced up until now can't be an indicator of what you feel you're going to continue experiencing if you engage in whatever this thing is. That there is growth here, and that whatever this change is, might have been going very slow and might have been taking quite some time, because I feel like there's a need for you to fully immerse yourself in whatever this is. Fully jump into whatever this is with full trust. Because if we have one foot out and we're not quite sure, and we're waiting for there to be more in order to give more, then we're kind of chasing our own tail. So I feel like there's a need for you to claim to the universe what it is that you want, and then fully jump in, okay? And I know that might be scary, excuse me, because if we see signs here of things that aren't reflecting back to us when we engage a little bit, we might get pulled away, or we might question whether we're on the right track. But Spirit is showing that you, despite what's going on around you, you have something that is very precious, something that you're creating here, that you're giving birth to. And I feel like with Saturn here and this lotus flower and this environment around this gem being all like chaotic, it's like out of a very sort of difficult situation here. Even in the winter, it's frozen. You can't really grow anything in the winter time. So you felt like nothing was blooming, growing. There was nothing to come out of something, though I feel like you wanted birth here, okay? You wanted something to boom or grow or put your energy and effort into it, and maybe you felt like it was stagnant and you couldn't quite reach that level. There's a big desire here to make something happen, and maybe things were pushing you all over the place here, not allowing you to commit yourself fully to something here. But I feel like you're being asked to have faith, okay, in this. And for some of you guys, it could be your spiritual gift. Like maybe you're psychics. Maybe you have an ability to heal through, you know, lyrics, or your hands, or your words, or your energy, or whatever it is here that you're doing, right? It is giving back to others with this. I have faith in my ability to help myself and others. But there needs to come a trust in your ability to, and your ability to pull this off despite how difficult maybe it has been. Okay, because I mean, nothing great, nothing great here could be, just kind of falling in your lap here if it's something that requires there to be a dedication and requires there to be more commitment despite what is going on around you. So maybe you're losing your flame. And maybe, like I said, you're not so sure if this is something that could expand, that could grow, that could be something you could build on, that could be secure, okay? Yeah, that you could climb, that you could grow, that could be standing solid for the future. So there seems to be a 1 foot out, and with the chair, with the tree, like this is definitely something that you could find stability in. And maybe you have not yet been able to find the stability here. So you feel maybe rejected, or you feel dejected, or like, is this the right environment or the right time? And Spirit's saying it is the right time, but you have to jump in fully. There has to be a big change here, and you have to trust this, okay? And what hasn't worked, there has to be a letting go and a forgiving of whatever hasn't worked, and not see that as something that is holding you back. So I'm going to ask Spirit for some more here, okay? Because I do feel like there's a lot of question mark around continuing something or starting something, because maybe you dipped a toe into it and it didn't quite reveal what you wanted it to. So know that your Spirit's team is guiding you, is behind you, is encouraging this. With the speaking up, there's a need for you to acknowledge and claim to the universe what it is that you want here. Okay, so Spirit, clear and concise message for pile 2. Can we get some clarity for pile 2? Clear and concise for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. I'm going to be reading these all in the uprights. So we got 2 cards so far, 3. All right, so we need one more. One more, spirits. Yeah, and because I'm getting heavy Gemini energy, air energy, I think you put a lot of thought into this. Maybe you've been putting in a lot of thought, but you haven't pulled the trigger yet. Okay, so maybe there's been a lot of energy and effort, but there hasn't been any investment here in creating something, because maybe you were waiting to see or waiting for something before you could approve of this and get better or engage or take your full jump into it. And Spirit's saying you got to take your jump into it, okay? Allow yourself to birth this thing, because this is how the growth is going to happen. This is how the expansion, this opportunity is going to happen here, okay? So there's a need for you to see that and then follow it, to follow your North Star, okay? Despite everything kind of going on around it, I feel like there's a need for you to follow that desire. Okay, so let's see. We have the 9 of Swords. Lots of swords energy, lots of mental thought. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have Temperance. Sagittarius energy. We have the 5 of Swords. And we have the 5 of Cups. And we have the Hangman. Pisces energy. Okay. I see what's going on here, you guys. So I thought there was more action involved in your part here, okay? And maybe there is a lot of action mentally, but maybe it's just that with I'm getting Hermit again, which is very inactive, but it's like going within and really trying to get clear and certain. There's a lot of thought. I feel there's a lot of thought and wheels spinning, but I don't feel like you allowed yourself to invest energetically here in something that I feel is your passion. I feel you're wanting to pursue it. It ignites you. It would require you to do something here, but I feel like this energy is very, very, very heavy, okay? And this is anxiety, being anxious, maybe seeing something as the worst of something, so not moving because we see what won't work. And then we sabotage ourselves by feeling really bad and not taking action. And so then whatever the thing is, now we're no longer birthing it into the world. So, I mean, other people suffer in the same respect because we're not allowing ourselves to create into the world and to give of a service here to help others. Okay, I have faith in my ability to help myself and others. This is the opposite of that. So we're not allowing ourselves to do something here, and then we look back in and regret, and we look back at what didn't work and what we haven't created. What with the spilt milk here, I feel like something didn't work, isn't working, and I'm getting that red flag thing again. So something happened that made you feel rejected, that made you feel like it couldn't work, or that it hurt you in some way here, okay? And so it's left you frozen or immobilized. But I feel like there is a desire for you to take action here, but there's a strong message here from Spirit that there's a need for you to pace yourself with temperance, but for you to find the energy from within you in order to show up so you could create something, okay? This is taking all of the experiences or environment and everything up until now to show up and work with what we have in order to create something, to give birth to something that's going to be a third entity, okay? That website, that business, that whatever that thing is, okay? But we have to show up, and we have to be the alchemizer here. Like, we have to be the ones to pour and create and work with the energy to show up. And I feel like you have not yet done this, or maybe, I don't know, like in some way, maybe you feel maybe you have, but I feel energetically there isn't movement in putting forward tangible effort in creating something here. There's been a lot of contemplation and a lot of humming and hawing, and maybe not seeing it from the point of view that you're able to create and work with what you already have. Because I think you already have something to put towards us that maybe you're not seeing, or maybe you're waiting for something else to come so that it could be the perfect time. But Spirit is saying you'll be waiting for a while here, because now is the perfect time, that you have what you need here. You just need to show up. I still feel like I'm not quite getting it all, so I'm going to try, okay? And I could just mean because this is your story and maybe you're hearing exactly what you're needing, but I do feel like there's more. So I'm going to ask Spirit, what am I missing here for pile 2? What are they needing to know, and what am I missing? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Can we get a deeper layer as to what they need to know? Something I might be missing, something they are still questioning here. Thank you so much, spirits. Trust and forgiveness. Like, have you guys been engaged with this thing in the past? Or someone involved in this thing in the past? There's something getting in the way here. And it might be just your disappointment because something didn't go as it should have. Because I feel there's a dedication, there's an effort, but I also feel like, I don't know, a coldness. Nothing really flourished here. So, let's see. Spirit, clear and concise message. What is pile 2 needing to know? What am I missing here in regards to this immediate message for this wolf full moon energy coming in for pile 2? Thank you so much. All right, we have the Hermit. Yes, I was feeling that from this. That's Virgo energy. That's introspection. That's having a knowing, an understanding. That is also being very removed here and withdrawn. And then the Queen of Wands. That's like opposite energy. That's being very out there. Manifesting. Queen of Wands is determined, takes action. But she knows how to bring things towards her rather than chase things. So she manifests with her law of attraction. We have the 10 of Cups. And like I said, I'm not reading anything in reverse. So Spirit, why is the Hermit here? We have the King of Pentacles. I'm going to leave it like this. So King of Pentacles is Earth energy, more Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. 5 of Swords coming out again. Why is this Queen of Wands here, Spirit? We have the Page of Swords and we have the 3 of Pentacles. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. And under that, we have the Six of Cups. Something of the past here. I'm getting home energy again. Home. People, places, things of the past here. Home energy. This is also forgiveness, which we saw here. Forgiveness. Reconciliation. Working with others. Other people coming through in this thing. So I don't know. There's like a needs to get very clear and certain about something here. And maybe we feel betrayed and rejected here. And I don't know if it's because something that was supposed to provide stability did not show up, or we're uncertain if there is stability in something here that we wanted to see. And so we might have been very stuck in our mind about trying to understand something first. But what Spirit is showing here is coming together and creating a third entity here with someone else, something we couldn't create on our own. So this is working with others, and I feel like it's building something that is stable, that could lead to complete emotional fulfillment here with another. This is family. This is coming together. Commitment for a long-term emotional fulfillment. This is the happily ever after. So are we taking charge? Are we allowing ourselves to go after it? Or are we held back because of an experience that left us feeling rejected and slighted at one point in time because we might have committed ourselves at one point? And so we're connecting this to the same. And so we're not making ourselves available to work with another until we understand some sort of truth we think we're looking for, but the truth is in front of us, but maybe we're not wanting to see it. There's something here about being at home, welcoming this Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups. This is soulmate energy. This is love energy. Okay, so I don't know if you're the one maybe not intentionally rejecting something here or uncertain about something here because you see something here that might remind you of a past. I'm going to ask Spirit for some more because I'm not quite sure if I'm getting it. So Spirit, is there anything further here that pile 2 needs to know in order to get this message? Clarity for pile 2, a little bit deeper in regards to this immediate message for pile 2. What do they need to know? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Empress now. Wow, abundance, Taurus energy, divine feminine energy, abundance, probably the most abundant card here in the tarot with the Empress. We have strength, Leo energy. That is the courage to face fear, to know when to move forward. I see a lot of red flags again. That was coming through at the beginning. I feel you see some sort of red flag. I'm going to dig into that in a bit. But Spirit, what do we have here? Further clarity for pile 2 in regards to this immediate message. Justice, Libra energy, Knight of Wands, quick forward moving energy. Why is the strength here? We have the Five of Cups coming out again in the same spot, I believe. And we have the Eight of Swords. And then at the bottom of the deck, again, the Six of Cups. Person, place, thing of the past, memory, nostalgia. I feel like something from the past here might be in your mind. And it might be, I don't know, like raising some sort of red flag based on an experience you had. Okay, and so I feel like maybe you're not wanting to see something that is going on right now in front of you that's requiring you to take action. because you might be held back here in believing some sort of limitation in self, or a limiting experience that you had that now makes you believe something here to be true. And so I feel like it shuts you out from experiencing something or moving forward. And it causes a lot of sadness here, but it's looking at the past of what didn't work, what spilt. And so if we're needing to forgive a person or a thing that's happened in the past in order to move forward, then I feel like this is what this message is about, because the Knight of Wands moves forward without thinking. There is no long-term plan. There is an exploration energy here, but there's a need to trust and move forward. 2 feet full forward, full speed. Okay, and to trust here that there is abundance, and not to be held back by a limiting experience or a thought of something that went wrong or that could go wrong, that we're kind of blindfolded to see a truth. Okay, and I feel like there's a need to bring balance and justice here, but that would require you embracing a truth. Now we have the King of Wands. So yes, more fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The King of Wands, we saw the Queen of Wands. So now we see both King and Queen of Wands. This is confidence in our ability to move forward, taking action, because the King of Wands does not suffer from fear of what if it won't work or what ifs, okay? Because the King of Wands is very confident. The King of Wands has the strength, the courage, and the ability, and the talent, which we saw the Three of Pentacles, having the talent and the skill to create something, to make something happen. Okay, the ability to make something happen here. And maybe we're telling ourselves we did not because maybe we experienced suffering in the past about it, or it took us a very long time to develop some sort of discipline here. Okay, but I feel there is some suffering happening. So I'm going to ask, what is this red flag that keeps coming through for me? What is this red flag? I do think it's an experience, and because this is general, this could be, you know, all of you guys different, but I feel like it's either a person or an experience, something that happened in the past that is now giving you some sort of limiting thoughts that's now impacting your now ability to create something, which would allow you to ascend, to expand, to grow, to develop something here. Okay, to follow your passion. So Spirit, what is this red flag? Can we get some more about the red flag and what exactly pile 2 can do about this red flag? What is this red flag? Thank you, Spirit. Kindly show us, what is this red flag all about, this limitation? So we have the 9 of Wands, and we have the Hierophant, and we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, so defensive energy with the 9 of Wands. It's not allowing ourselves to move forward, but we're also not throwing in the towel and surrendering here. So it's the card of resilience, but it means we've gone through battle. This is the spiritual warrior. So gone through battle, so we're too wounded here to move forward, or we think we're too wounded, or we experience something so it keeps us stuck or defensive, although there's still a passion here. Okay, and like I said, it's still not giving up, but I feel like this would require you to walk away from something that doesn't emotionally satisfy you and acknowledge what this is. And we might not be acknowledging this because fear of what we'd have to come to terms with. Okay, there's a surrendering here of something that no longer emotionally fulfills. This is abandoning that. And this card means going within, like the Hermit, and really asking ourselves, like, where do we emotionally see fulfillment for ourselves? And we move towards that. But we have to be very honest. Regardless of the fear that comes up, we have to tap into our subconscious. You know, if we have to pray, if we have to sit with that, if we have to meditate, if we have to go really within and see, like, is what I'm looking at here emotionally fulfilling me and how my actions are, or do I have to abandon something here in order to find my 9th cup, emotional fulfillment? Okay, so this is the Hierophant, Taurus energy. This is all about lifestyle. This is higher level learnings, commitment, marriage. We saw the Justice, now we're seeing Hierophant. So I don't know, like maybe this is, you know, what's the red flag here? Did we experience maybe committing ourselves to something here that proved to be not in our highest good and proved to not emotionally fulfill us at one time? So now we have an understanding or a value of something that we believe to be true that but might be Eight of Swords, and that's the red flag. It's like we are making up a narrative of something that we believe to be what we value, but we are unhappy, and so we don't move, or we stay very guarded here and not pursuing something. So I mean, that could certainly be the red flag here. So we need to question our own beliefs. We need to question our values. We need to question if an experience of the past determines what, you know, what this thing is. Like, is it going to determine the outcome of this thing, or are we projecting what we think might be the outcome of this because of something we've experienced in the past that might have been not pleasant, might have been hurtful, might have been not emotionally fulfilling, might have not produced what we needed it to produce. So now we sit Nine of Wands, not taking action and not sure and defensive or guarded or just not pursuing. So let's ask for final words here. Final words, guidance for pile 2. What should pile 2 do? Guidance, Spirit, please. Thank you so much in this immediate message. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, that's like the opposite now than the Nine of Wands, because the Seven of Wands is stepping forward, taking that fight, facing adversity, standing our ground, speaking our truth, and the universe saying you're on solid ground to win. You can win at this, but you have to fight for it. You have to step forward and claim it. Lovers, choose it, okay? The Lovers is a choice, and the Lovers could be a choice between two people. It could be a choice to follow that person, that destiny, that career, that whatever this we're destined to choose here, a path. We have to make that decision, and in order to do that, we have to fight for it. And when I say fight, I mean it shouldn't be anything against the grain, but we have to tell the universe we want it, and we're in the fight. Because I feel like right now you're not claiming or saying you want to choose whatever this is. And so it keeps you in a very stuck energy. So it's like, jump in. You're on solid ground to win. You definitely want it, because I feel you have this wand, which is passion. Something that interests you. It fires you up here. And I feel there is love with the Lovers. I feel like there's a destined calling here. A path with someone or something that you're supposed to be choosing. The Star, your wish come true. Your hopes, your desires, long-term vision. Okay, more stars here. I feel like, and look, the lotus flowers, very similar with the stars. These cards are super similar. So I feel like there's a hope, a desire, and a wish of something to come true here for you. And maybe it was a vision of something you felt you couldn't attain. Okay, because I feel like the past has been so challenging. The past might have been shit, okay? And you might have, I don't know, like whatever this is, if this is a relationship, then that relationship was really, really hard and difficult and unemotionally fulfilling. So now this is a relationship, and so we correlate the two, and then we get stuck. Or we took a job, I don't know, following our passion, and it didn't please us because our experience was really bad, and so it was crap. And now we still have a passion to be whatever, that chef, but we correlate our past experience with what happened, so we stay stuck, and we no longer pursue the new opportunity here to be the chef or to explore this new thing, okay, which keeps us very stuck. But that's an Eight of Swords, because we're limiting ourselves. And we're seeing it as a red flag of something that we've experienced in the past. And with the Hierophant, we understand it to be something because it's our truth. But I feel like there's a need for you to surrender what you've experienced in the past and open up to what is coming in here. Okay. I'm getting lots from this Saturn card. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Capricorn, and more Aquarius energy. So I want to see, I know I said final words, but I just want to see what's with the Saturn energy, because I feel like this is a discipline here. you know, and we're seeing the scythe or the sickle, which is abruptly ending something. Maybe we got to abruptly end or cut off an experience that we're tied to with the Six of Cups, a person, place, or thing of the past that keeps us in memory. Okay, with the sickle, that's death or putting an end to something. But why are we seeing Saturn then? Saturn is dedication. It is being sacrificing the now for the future. Sacrificing the now for the future. Okay, Spirit, why are we getting Saturn here? Okay, I think I see something here going on. Sorry, guys, this reading is long. Okay, what do we have? Justice. 10 of Swords, yes, the Chariot, and then 6 of Cups coming out again. Okay, pile 2. It took us a while to get here as I'm waving the cards around. I like to talk with my hands. Okay, Saturn energy. I feel like you are somebody who is very cautious, okay? Saturn people, there is an energy of dedication here, okay? But I feel like what I'm really getting here is that you might have been living in winter energy, which is no new growth able to happen. It's kind of cold. And maybe you're feeling like you deserve to suffer in some way, or that you're having to live in this energy because of something that's happened that left you feeling, I don't know, like you experienced something here. And so it's cold and it's not allowing you to be warm in your life or accept something that brings you fulfillment, happiness, warmth. So there's a lot of cold energy coming through. Okay, but I feel like there is something that's bursting here amongst the cold, something that is very colorful. It's the star, it's the wish, this is love, and this is the choice of something that sparkles amongst all the black and white. So it gives you life, okay? And so I feel like there's a need for you to come to some sort of understanding with this justice, to see it clearly, okay? Because justice is all about doing the right thing for everyone involved here, but we have to come to terms with the truth and embrace the truth in order to find balance and justice in a situation and put an end to whatever is not in line with that, okay? So we can move forward, because if we don't put an end to that sort of mindset, we stay stuck in the cold. So the Chariot's all about forward movement. It is taking all of the experiences we've had, that shitty ones and good ones and everything else, and parts of ourself that's dark, parts of ourself that's bright, parts of ourself that we might never want to look at, and integrating it into who we are. As my phone rings, I'll be right back. Hi, pile 2. Sorry, must have been a telemarketer. So we integrate. Okay, but in order to integrate, we have to really be honest and look within, because I think there's parts of you in there that needs to be looked at and welcomed, not turn a blind eye. Okay, in order to find balance within self, we have to be welcoming of everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything that's happened to us. Okay, because I feel like something's happened in the past here, a person, a place, a thing of the past, a relationship, whatever has happened, an old job, an old friend, an old whatever, something we're tied to, maybe in childhood even, okay? And then once we see it, we embrace it, and then we allow ourselves to work with the universe to move forward so we can have success in moving forward. So I feel like you want success, and I feel like in order for you to have success and expand in your life, there needs to be an allowance of energy to move, which would require you to put an end to something here, okay? So whatever has happened to you, embrace it and integrate it into who you are. Because I feel like, I don't feel you're stuck with that thing, but I feel like it's an understanding that you have of that thing. And I hope that makes sense. I feel like there's an understanding that you're connecting to, and maybe it's a childhood thing. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Just give me a second. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. I got to go pick up my daughter. Hopefully this helped you guys. I will see you soon. I love you very much, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.